I'm Dan Galusha. Welcome to another edition of Shoot and Plink. A while back we did a video on some targets for plinking, for like air guns and that. And through the years I've come up with a few ideas and that, and I'm going to throw some at you right now that actually a couple of them are probably about the same sort of a thing I did before, but a little bit different twist. First off, if you're in the hospital or somebody sends you a Christmas bouquet or something or other like that, there's usually some of these stuck in them with the card, the greeting, and says Happy Thanksgiving or whatever. These make real good target holders, and I'm not talking about your normal targets, because at least in my business you get a lot of business cards, some of them to hand out on different things, such as these. And the nice thing about some of them are kind of bright colored, like this. This is an old one. It's a company called Crooked Creek. It was a tackle company that was on the pro staff. I don't think they're in business anymore even. They sold out and what have you. And then there's other colors like this, the green, and then you can just use the regular, more plain type. It don't make any difference, like this. Well, here's something you can do with this. See, I put a circle on the back. That makes it a bullseye. And another deal that you can use, and I'll get some stuff out of the way here to pick it up. You have these shoot and see targets. In fact, I blew the center out of this one and used up all these to even patch it. And that's what those are. Those are patches. So they come off, stick one of those on there, and then you got yourself a deal. And I'll show you right here. And what you want to do when you're putting these on here, don't put them so that they go way down, because you're going to be plinking them anyway. Now, how are you going to stand them up? Well, there's different ways you can do it. Move this for a second. You can drill a hole in a block like that and stick them in it that way. Or, like I'm going to be doing, a block of styrofoam. There's a lot of that. And you just stick that right down in there. And it don't have to go down deep. Just deep enough to hold it, just like that. And I'm going to set some of those up, but we're going to be waiting on that. I'm going to put that right back here. Like I said, we'll be setting that up. Now I want to show you another one. And this is kind of a takeoff from what I've showed you in the past. This is one that I will hang on something to swing back and forth like this. Today we're probably not going to be swinging it because I'm going to put it here. I got this PVC right here. You just slide it over the end. You pick out a loop with that paper clip, and you get it just like that. Well, now the cork can be a target, or you can put the other stoppers a paper clip, so if you want you can stick one of these cards on here like that. That's not what I'm going to be talking about. There's also these little bottles like they have probiotics in, like this. Just so happens these wine corks fit that. So you put that in there like that, and then you put your cork into your bottle, and it fits good and tight. There we go. Now you got a swinging bottle, and what we're going to do is we're going to set some of this up, and then we're going to shoot at it. Here's another thing too. You might come into some like real bright colored stuff like this. You can cut those into whatever size you want. Put those on that paper clip, or put them on this one of these. Here's a different type of a flower greeting thing. It'll do the same thing. Again, don't stick them way down in because you don't want to blow your little holder apart. But we're going to set some of these up, and then what are we going to shoot them with? Well, I just grabbed some pellets. In fact, I grabbed some Crossman pointed, so I don't know how those will do. But I've got the Ruger Mark IV right here. That's the Umarex. And I've got the other Umarex that goes with it, which is the Buckmark, the Browning Buckmark. And we're going to shoot it with those two. We're not doing any reviews. We've already done that. We compared them. We're just going to be shooting at this stuff. So let me get it set up, and then we're going to take some shots at it. Okay, we've done enough shooting. You see what it does. In fact, right here, I wanted to show you. This is why I said don't put them down too far. Well, I used that Ruger Mark IV first. Those sights just don't seem like they're on that gun. I don't know what the deal is. And this was stuck up here, and as you can see, it blew one of the deals off of there so it wouldn't hold the card. It hit the card. In fact, I had two cards together. And it split the card at the bottom, but at the same time it hit right here and blew one of those off. So it just shot low. So what I did is I picked up the buck mark right here and I started shooting with it. In fact, I got to turn the sights off because I don't want to waste the battery on the sight. I had to turn the intensity way up because of the brightness, and it's a red dot. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the others. This hit the card the way I wanted it to, and I was jumping back and forth between distances besides. And you see right there, the card was, and you were seeing it hit. I mean, it was hitting where, where I wanted it to hit pretty much. This one, I took careful aim back there. I was at a longer distance and I hit it right in the middle, so that was good. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Now, as far as the bottle goes, and here's another thing too. The bottle was hanging too low, so I just put the paper clip right here so it's flat, and then rolled it around until it got high enough for me to have where I wanted it as far as distance goes. And that's the nice thing about it. So you don't have to cut it to length. Just, you can wind it up, just like I did there. Let's put this back up here. There we go. Now, the bottle stayed in the cork held it, and as you know, when I put it in there, it was going to. And the gun was hitting pretty good because you can see the holes that's in it. They were hitting right in the middle, right where I was shooting at it. And if I had had that hanging outward, like I've had before, say put it down here, but it's a little bit too low there right now, it would have been doing this. And then you'd have had a swinging target to even shoot at if you wanted. So anyway, that's an idea for you and things. And that's what I wanted to do, is just show you some ideas for plinking targets, and at the same time get these guns back out. And in a way, I wish I'd have picked a different pellet, because that pointed pellet just has not been a good one for that Umarex Ruger. I don't know why, but it just doesn't like shooting that thing, where it worked okay in this buck mark. So I still got to use a gun. That's all I was going to do. Otherwise, I was going to go probably pick up my NXG, start pumping and shooting them that Afterwards, way. I did some real quick adjustments on this Umarex Ruger Mark IV. We'll see what it does on there now. Nailed it right where I aimed. See it? Right there. Couldn't get away without actually trying to get that gun to fire right, and it did. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.